Do. Starting soon. Starting soon. Do. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's minimize that. Oh, I forgot all my trackers. All the trackers. I mean, we can start without all of the trackers, right? Let's see. Do. Ba-da! Oops. Should really start Rusty Land up if we're going to be doing that. Should we use Rusty Land tonight? That's a good question. That's a good question if we should use Rusty Land. Probably. I suppose if we're gonna be doing a bunch of dev stuff, maybe Rusty Land wouldn't be a bad idea. Bam. Spout put. Ta-da! Hey, look at that. Look at that. Might just need to do some scaling. And also connect the rest of my tracking. Work in progress. A work in progress. Okay, let's see. Tracking. Where are... Is it this one? Nope, it is not that one. Not that one. This one. Ta-da! Okay, we got one. Oh, and we lost ourselves. Hello, Clover. Welcome in. We're doing some setup. Hold on, let me tilt my body up here. Hello. Wait, where are we? If you can't tell from my hand tracking, hi, I'm holding my chest tracker in my hand here. There we go. Hello. We're in the process of setting up. So I'm currently puppeteering like the old-fashioned way of like a little marionette here, like do. Okay, let's put this guy over here. Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, that's slightly less cursed. Could I get away without the moon tracker? The process. Okay, let's get the other tracker going. I have quite the mishmash of trackers. And there we go. Are we good? Yeah. Oh, okay. Ta-da! We just got a little lean going on. We can fix that over here. And right about there. Okay. Welcome in. I kept changing my mind on what I was gonna do tonight. My little earbud in. There we go. Kept changing my mind on what I wanted to do tonight, and I settled on, it's like, you know what? Even though we were coding all day, get a little bit more coding going. Oh, lurking is always appreciated. Yeah, we're gonna work on a mishmash of stuff for the project. But a fun thing, I'm currently using the project. We've got Rusty Land running instead of VC Face over here. So if I zoom out, there, the little gremlin here is the stand-in for the camera that we are outputting to OBS without any green screen at all. There he is. There's my boy. So this is fun. This is exciting. I actually got it all working. But yes, you have yourself a good lurk. And let's see. Oh, the gremlin? Yeah. I'm gonna finish rigging him up. Here, let's go over by him. Oh yeah, that's the fun thing about this this tracking. We can actually move around on our desktop too. But yeah, that's the gremlin. And then my chibi version is the Rusty Max Pro 12, right? Because you got all the little cameras. I should just stream from the middle of the screen tonight. Be like, look at, we have objects, we have asset library. Yeah, look at, behold. But if we want to go back into the correct position, there we go. Teleported right back. Let's see, gonna pick up kind of where I left off last week, except now with a working fully compiled version here. Let's see. Can minimize this guy for now. Wait, oh, we gotta show off dark mode. We got dark mode working again. It's a toggle. Ooh, and another fun thing that I knew at one point and then forgot, like so many things in this project. Let's turn dark mode back on. It's literally dark mode because I'm turning a light on and off, or a set of lights on and off. But I have a little light for when I'm in dark areas, but just need a little bit of light for streaming video purposes. So like a little mini light, right? It's based on the camera position of this camera, but it translates over here into the corner too, see? Isn't that neat? So if I want a little extra ambiance when playing a spooky game, we can put the camera below us. The little things you forget you have. The tracking is a huge mishmash. It's pretty good though. I want to say that my leap motion tracking is even better than it used to be somehow. I don't know how. Hey, look, I'm fixing my cuffs. Fixing my cuffs on my shirt. So what we've got is, we've got the leap motion for the hand tracking. Let's see. Yeah, let's get all the Rusties on the screen at once. Where's the other project? Here's the other project. Where are you? Rusty Land, there you are. We have some interactivity now in the world too. So I'm going to set some of that up tonight. Okay. Okay, so the tracking, so I am still using VC Face, basically to gather all the tracking sources and then send them on over to Unity, or a Unity project at least. So what we have is leap motion for hands. So that does the hands and the arm, you know, the hand and arm movement. Okay, so that's leap motion, the little leap. The face is a iPhone that I had picked up. I used to use a webcam with the NVIDIA Broadcast, but that chewed up a healthy portion of my graphics card. So we're currently using a iPhone 12? Oops, I probably shouldn't turn around like that. Yeah, so that's sending the face data and head rotation. And then for the body, we are having fun with slime. We have two trackers, not actual slime trackers, mind you. Let's see, can we get this on the screen? There we go. So I have two phones. I have my old Galaxy S10 and my current phone. So the The S10 is my chest tracker. It's in my shirt pocket, right about there. And then my current phone is sitting on my desk because I'm seated, so I don't really need I don't need it strapped to me for like bending over or walking around. I tried using Nintendo Joy-Cons because we have a Switch, which also work with the slime tracking software. It's kind of cool. Except two of our trackers, or two of our Joy-Cons, had really bad drift. So it was like I was like on an egg timer where my body just like spun around over like 3 minutes. It just like twist. And then another one of our Joy-Cons is like completely dead. So, and right now I am kind of low on the priority list. I am saving up for some nice trackers, so I can do more of the 3D VR type stuff. Future plans. But yes, all these things, this the iPhone, these trackers, and the Leap, those all feed into VC Face, which bundles it up. It sends that over to my Unity project, which attaches it to an avatar. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's I am a DIY masochist. If I can build it, and I just have the inkling to do it, I just want to. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. And I was going to upgrade to the next version of Unity, tried it out, and it broke half my stuff. So that's unfortunate. It's not a huge update, but there were a couple features that I was looking forward to in Unity 6.1? 6.1. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Clover. You're too kind. Too kind. Yeah, it's a fun project that I'm basically doing for project's sake. We're doing a project for project's sake. I get fun ideas and I just want to make them. And some of that I'm going to incorporate into the streaming environment and such, and other stuff I'm doing just for funsies. Although I do kind of want to. Where's my playground? I do kind of want to turn this into a game. My new streaming environment that I've been working on, mostly on stream. Putting together my warehouse. Coming. There we go. The factory, if you will. Complete with some lore and everything. This guy isn't hooked up to my face tracking. We've got the factory. There we go. Ooh, there we go. The Rusty Robot Factory. We even have shipping boxes now with the correct logo on them. Ooh, can we not see them? Can we not see them with my head in the way? There we go. Trusty Robot Factory. So we have new versions of like our office. It's being built up the stairs here. We're keeping the purple void because I really like the purple void. So yeah, it's gonna be our little streaming environment and playground. And here's the office. Here's the office, all new and improved. Oops. Mostly new and improved. Still playing around with stuff, but look. We can watch TV. When this gets incorporated into all the one big project, this will be the streaming environment, my just chatting room. But some of this will stay during stream too. Be kind of a oh, thank you for the biddies. You know, if you're familiar with like what some of the other folks who have kind of like the integrated environment with their dev stuff, like Fruity Collins or Doge Swift, Dead Sun Prime, where you have like it's not just like what I'm doing right now, where I'm the VTuber in front of the stuff, but it's incorporated into the whole scene. That's what it's going to be. That's the goal. That is the goal. So I'm going to have an interactive environment. I got to hook up all the chat stuff yet. Yeah. Wow, now I can run this with, I can run this the same time I'm running Rusty Land. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, what is going on up there? We have a mold issue, apparently. Oh, I know what that was. I know what that was. We do have a mold issue. I was testing out this stuff here. Projecting like water damage. Projecting water damage onto the walls and stuff. There we go, there we go. Yeah, I haven't... Oh, are we stuck? There, I haven't worked on the warehouse in a hot minute, but it's coming along from its original stock item, stock demo level roots to kind of what it is now. Oh, and I need to do a lot more texturing on that grime textures. Make it look a little bit more decayed and a little less nice. A little too nice yet. All right. Get out of here. Tonight, I think we'll mostly start off here. Get some interactive type stuff. Yes. Now that I solved the problems I was having with the Unity 6.1 stuff not working. Man, it trashed like everything. Alert for real. Oh no, thank you for chatting. Thank you for. I love showing it off. Oops, blocking my tracking with my notebook. It helps me to remind me what I've been up to. I've been playing a lot of Voices of the Void lately. Loving it. Horror's not quite my thing, but I don't know, something about that game just all the right spots without being like gory horror, I guess. So yes, enjoy your lurk. Let's see where we should be stopping by. For one, I should probably turn off my green screen camera so I don't have... Hold on. Will I get... Let's try to crash the stream. Should we try and crash the stream? We might have conflicting rusties. Let's see what happens. Let's see, how far are we into stream? 22 minutes. Will this uh-oh. I thought it might. New model detected. Okay, so he's not, Mr. T-Poser here is not showing up where I am because you can only send the bundle of tracking data to one place at a time, unless you have something that passes it further on, like what VC Face does, actually. So I want to have more than one of me running at a time, which I don't. Then we need to, what do we need to do? We need to figure out a sender, along with a receiver. But I'm not super interested in doing that, because really I could just turn off Rusty Land project or program in the corner here and let him take over. Not the gremlin. Him, which I will do for testing, but for now. Oh, that's right. I will need the tracking for testing. Well, we can always turn on VC Face if we really need to see ourselves in the corner of the screen. Always turn on VC Face again. Okay. Because one of the things I was going to work on was involving the tracking Tracking, yes. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. It's complaining there's a error code down here. I hide my error codes from you. Nene. So I think that null reference is saying, hey, we're not receiving the signal. Freak out. Why that is not in a try catch, I don't know. But for now, we are going to shut that camera off. It's the green screen area. So we're shutting the green screen camera off. Because I'm semi-organized. Okay, let's see. We're gonna dig up something old. OBS game screen it's actually running. Oh no, it's not running. Oh boy, where is our is that under here? Nope, that's focus distance. Okay, let's see. Oh, I do have to fix the stair script also. Spout sender, that is what we're doing now. Wireframes. Here we go, spout receiver, spout collection. Let's go pester the character rig script. That was another thing that broke. Allowing myself to control Rusty Land and not just receive things, which was rather annoying. I think that broke with the 6.1. Maybe because this has been carried forward like 3 versions already. Started off in 2019, then 2022, 6,000, and then I tried taking it into 6.1, and it didn't like that. That's part of the reason we are going to bundle everything up and bring just the stuff we want. You know, the assets, the assets and the scripts that we are actually going to use. We're going to bring those into a fresh project. One thing I am worried about is the spout receiving and sending, because that is already deprecated. That is already a bit deprecated, and I had to edit the plugin itself, or package plugin. Edit that itself to get it to work right, and to get it to work how I wanted it, which is transparent background. Because I could do this all, could do this with less headache by just capturing the output with my character in front of a green screen. You know, and I tried it. It does work. It does work where I have, instead of the space background, I have a big polygon with lime green, and then OBS just, you know, does a little green screen cutout around the character. But this is so nice. This is so nice. There's no pixeling, no feathering. Let us show you. Oh, nope, that didn't work. Gotta remember to control things in a manner. Oops, oh jeez. Clipping through the near clipping. Okay, here we go. Where's my zoom in? Did I break my zoom in? Do I have to be in OBS? Zoom in. Of course it doesn't want to work. Dramatic zoom in. Whoa, and I disappeared. Let's go this way. Let's go this way a little bit. Too close? Too close. Anyways, this is what I get for trying out cheap tricks. But yeah, if you notice, there's no little jaggy lines. There's a clean, translucent background. I'm paying for it in a little bit with graphics overhead, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Oh, but look at how good I look. Sadly, I can't take any post-processing filters from my project into OBS because the version of Spout I'm using does not like post-processing. I do have a way around it. And that is to take two sources. So I'm outputting the transparent background. So the already green screened, if you will, and use that as the alpha channel for this one in the background, which will have all the glorious post-processing, which isn't, it isn't hugely noticeable unless you are close up, which I happen to be very close up right now. So we'll shrink back a little bit. Okay, let's reset our position here. There we go. I did bring over some of my, there we go, we got desaturated mode. I did bring over some of them from some of the OBS filters that I had on the other model. Get just a little bit of bloom. What's this one? No, they're just two different bloom sliders. Okay. A little glow. Well, maybe we'll leave a little bit of glow on today. But how does that translate to... Oh, yeah, we got a little bit of glow now in lights out mode. Nice. Maybe we'll play with that for a bit. Get some dramatic lighting. Where should the lighting be? Because it's stuck to the camera, so I can play around with it like this. It makes it super easy. Yeah, and then I just lock the camera in position. I don't know if you could hear my key click. Not entirely certain for what gets filtered out from the noise suppression. Okay, let's see. Get my work notebook out of the way. No, I don't. Come on, stream. There we go. Oh my goodness, I got a lot of notes. I have a whole notepad right here. Oh, one thing I should do is say YouTube, even though I haven't uploaded anything to YouTube in a while, except maybe a couple clips, a little shorts. And my VODs, I'm about a year behind. I have almost half a year of VODs up, but they're from last year, which I believe I'm somewhere around where I started the Unity stuff. Well, this Unity stuff. Okay, let's see. Held to objects. Screen reflection on model. Okay. Screen reflection on model. That's why I have the other... Is that why I have the other project up? Okay, let's see. We've got our spout input. So let's go to the office scene. Office. Main office. Here we go. It really helped once I started organizing things. It really did help. TV OBS screen. I mean, helps to actually have things named. Oh, it's not formatted for a 4x3 display, is it? That is okay. We're gonna steal this for now. And take a look at it. it looks like we're just taking the render texture from the spout plugin and plugging it into the base map and the emission map. The emission map is important, otherwise it's super dull. You don't get to see it very much. It's got a little reflection on it because it's a screen. Makes sense. TV OBS screen. All right. So a fun thing we can do with this. Oh, I took off the collider. Yes. Oh, this was formatted for a widescreen LCD. I mean, what I can do since I'm here anyways. I mean, might as well. I mean, I could type in the numbers. But the thing is that if I really wanted it to be proper, I believe this model actually has a screen set up. This is just for giggles here. Because if we go over to the other project, we go over to the office on the other project. Where is it? Where are we? My pile of monitors here. Yes, they all have separated screens. So I can apply, in this case right here, this green one, I can apply a movie file to it. And I'm going to be having one main movie file, so it only needs to be loaded once. I'm gonna have one main movie file, but it's gonna be tiled. So it might be like, 1080p MP4 file, or whichever format works best for display in game, whether it's MOV or MP4 or whatnot. And then I'm gonna have it tiled, so I'll have a whole bunch of little videos, compiled into this one looping video. And then I will just set the offset for whatever screen it's on. Like if we want to change the channel, it'll just move the UV offset, or the video file offset just a little bit. We can change channels. That's the easiest way to explain it. That's pretty simple. Texture shift. So all those monitors are set up properly. What I'm doing here is just kind of for giggles. Okay. So this has what we need, and it is using the TV material OBS, which is super handy because we can use that same material on ourselves. I'm gonna give it a little tester first. Let's see. Save that. Oh, I have it pause on errors. That's why it's pausing. Only one usage of each socket address is normally permitted. Yeah, that is the error. You can see my error behind me because Rusty Land is running. And that's fine. That's fine. We can use the other Rusty. Let's make this bigger for now. There. Okay, so we're in the office. I forgot to look up what the hotkey was. Where is Visual Studio? Spout collection. P. P is for spout? Spout? P. There we go. Oh, I love that flash it did as it loaded in. It was like almost like turning a monitor on. But there we go. Here we are. Here we are, everyone. And there should be an infinite void in here. There should be an infinite void if you look closely enough. Let's see if I can wave and it'll catch up. Ah, it gets a little dim as it gets video within video within video. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Hello, everybody. We're all on TV now. Okay, so that looks good. Might want to crank the emission up even higher, but that looks pretty good. Okay. So if I enable that, it'll enable... What is it exactly enabling? The spout collection. Okay, which is a game object that contains the spout receivers. Okay, makes sense, makes sense. They actually do have different receivers. Yeah, I have different receivers because there were going to be more bells and whistles, but they ended up crashing everything so much. Although, one thing at a time, Rusty. Okay. So, since we just need this TV material, because that's how I did it. Let's go find Mr. Rusty. Does this keep going? Does this keep going? No, okay. It's kind of funny though. Whatever his last sent is stored in memory. Oh wait, here we go. Oh, the OSC. It's a null reference. This should be in a try-catch and just give an error. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it is. And it's just writing it to the console. It could be. Could be. Okay, let's see. Let's go find ourselves. I'm going to take a short pause here. I'm being summoned. Where's our BRB? Do I not have a BRB in here? Oh, I guess we're going to the BRB screen. BRB. BRB. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. I don't know what that was. Why are we zooming in so close? He says as he zooms in super close to the camera. Hi. Hi guys. It's okay. You'll be okay. Don't worry. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing. Wow. We're doing fine. There's nothing to see here. This is great. This is one of the reasons I use my nice camera, because hell yeah, you can still see him just fine. Rusty Robot would be way too powerful. You know, I should put Winamp over on the BRB screen. Give y'all something to listen to. All right, let's see. There we go. Okay, a couple things I want to check out. Oops, we lost calibrations. We're facing the right way now? We are not. Oh no. Rusty Land. Rusty Land, where'd you go? Uh-oh. Hmm. How do we get our spell put back? It's funny because it looks like I'm looking at the corner of the screen for myself. Right there. So one of the annoying things about this, maybe I'll restart Rusty Land. Maybe that'll give me access back. It could be because I'm doing all the Devi stuff. Could be because I'm doing the Devi stuff. That it does not like, there we go, picking up. I just had to reboot myself. Hello, self. Like, can we do the, no, we can't. I was trying to think of the, was it Michelangelo painting? Adam and, you know, okay. Anyways. Props. We need to bring in props. I need my mug. I need my busted mug. Okay. So after we get this thing running, then I will definitely bring in some props from ye olden model. Although they might already be in this project. That'd be interesting. I've imported a few different versions of myself. Okay, how's our posture? Okay, posture's good. Good. Okay, let's see. We want to add in a quad. Probably to the whole armature, so it's independent of whatever we're wearing. Whether it's the, yeah, whichever model. Okay, so let's toss a quad in here. Chat quad. So I already have a chat quad. Where is that? Way up there. Okay. Containers. Containers are down there. Object grab point. I should probably put it somewhere near where the object grab point is. Roughly. Which would be super easy to do. It's just 1.2. Why don't I make this easy on myself? 0 and about maybe a little closer. Maybe a little closer. Okay, let's see. We do not want cast shadows. And our material, let's go grab TV material OBS, because that will take care of all of that. So, ta-da! There we are. I am going to scale this a little bit. What is it? 1.85 to 1? Is that what? That's what widescreen is? Looks a little off. 1.85? Meow, meow, meow. And that definitely looks a little far away too. Okay, let's change the handles. Let's move it just a little bit closer to our noggin. We want that right in our face. Right in our faces. Okay, that should do it. Technically, that should do it. Let's give it a shot. We can always adjust it. And what we're gonna do, rename. TV reflection. So TV reflection might have to edit this quite a bit so that it really pumps out the emission. Real-time global illumination. There we go. Okay. So it does contribute. All right, let's give it a shot. And then if it works, then we'll hook up the hotkeys. That look neat because we have the lights turned off, because I have the space station is in one giant scene, which is not how you should do it for optimization purposes. So when I turn on the real-time lighting like this, there's like maybe like 80 point lights throughout this level, and you can just hear my CPU go, or was it GPU? CPU. Yeah, you can hear it go. And then back down. I am looking forward to optimizing that a bit. And having loading in different scenes instead of just having them all open at once. But here we go. Let's see what happens here. Watch TV. We can watch TV. It's in front of us, and oh, glorious. That is interesting. That is a cool parallax effect. That is neat. At first I thought it was like translucent, but it's not. It's just offset by a little bit as it's like image within an image within an image. Oh, and you can see what we're playing in Winamp. See, now when I'm playing a game, this won't be as yeah. Okay, let's go to a brighter area. Actually, no, I don't want it to be a brighter area. Okay, we're in a quandary here. Okay, because I want it to be contributing to the lighting on the model. So let's center our face, because we can do that. I have a key for offset and centering of the Rusty when I'm feeling extra narcissistic. Okay. It doesn't really look like it's adding much, does it? mean, part of the problem is that it's a very dark scene. So let's see, how do we make it a little bit brighter? Ah, here we go, here we go. We can zoom in. We can zoom in this side. So Rusty over here is seeing what you're seeing. I mean, if I really wanted to test it, I'd go to a different scene. That might be a little bit brighter. Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can crank up the emission here. Intensity. Doesn't really look like it. I mean, we do have a matte surface, a very matte surface finish here, so I'm kind of not surprised. I'm kind of not surprised. That we're not reflecting anything. But you would think it'd be providing enough light. Oh, you would think it'd be providing enough light. Oh my goodness. Wow. Why are we not completely lit up with that much illumination? That is glorious. So when you're watching a Rusty stream from the Rusty Robot Factory, you need to have the best settings, the best settings, the most choicest of settings for your monitor to get the full experience, as demonstrated by our fine model. See, the best way to watch a Rusty stream. Full brightness, full bloom. Clipped. We gotta save that one. Oh my goodness. Sadly, a chunk of this is post-processing, so that might be why it's not quite showing up. Still, that's pretty ridiculous. I mean, we can take the TV with us as we go too. See if it lights anything else up. No, nothing. Nothing. There's got to be a setting I'm missing. Because that's impressive. That is an impressive amount of bloom. Let's put that back down to maybe 1. Maybe 1. Like I said, there must be something. There must be something going on that I'm missing in these settings. Receive shadows. I don't want to mess with this though. I think we do want that one though. So I'm wondering, I know emissive is cool and looks cool, and it does contribute to, see, that's the thing. Emissive textures do contribute to lighting, which is why it's a little confusing why it's not showing up on my face or anything else. So it is, yes, it is a little confusing. It is a lit material. I wonder if there's a material or a light that would take an image feed. An image feed and really blast it at you. There you go. Now we got a nice glowy screen. Nice glowy screen. Oh. Nope. I think I'm imagining things. We're just being a little hopeful. We're being a little hopeful. Yeah, I might be picking up on the general ambience, and it's not actually reflecting in front of us. Oh well. At least we can watch ourselves on TV. So, the other cool thing, we're gonna turn off the TV reflection for now. And I want the chat quad. So how do we get to them? To you? Because I can bring you guys with me. And I'm pretty sure it's in control lights. Chat quad, here we go. Rusty chat. How do I turn on Rusty chat? Is that all part of the... Oops, no. Search. Chat. Okay, so Rust chat. Rust chat down here is K. Okay, so we toggle the chat with K. Let's give that a shot. Again, stuff I haven't tried in a while. But also, I have not tried this since we've gotten upgrades. Let's toggle that. Ooh. That's looked better. Why are we not working? I think I need to toggle on some spout in here. Spout out. Oh, that is a good question. Is it in a different area? What it probably is. Yes, what it probably is my old chat box had there we go. Let's see if we can find the old chat. Because it is a filter applied to the chat box itself in OBS, which then sends it over. Let's see what we can do here. There it is, spout chat. Ooh, it'll work. It should work. Let's copy and paste that on current spout. Paste. Okay, that should do it. Filter on. Now, if we test, nope, not that one. let's see. What was the other chat? J? Let's just press random keys. P. P was the other one. There it goes. I had to enable spout first. Look at that. Now I can bring y'all with. And it does show up a little bit better now that it has a solid background, or mostly solid. Oh, no, correction. It does not. Look at that. Let's go to the office. There we go. As long as there's something behind it, it won't be affected by post-processing. I thought I had separated it out to a different layer, but maybe I need to do that again. One that is not affected by post-processing. It'll just kind of float there. Look at that. We can do the YouTube links again. And it should show up. It doesn't show up. Oh, that's interesting. It didn't catch me typing YouTube either. Did I accidentally disable it? Well, evidently there's some quirks that need to be worked out. Spout collection. I don't have whether the spout collection is actually working or not. Probably put a flag in there for that. Spout receiver. It is working. Spout mouth is not. Okay. So that's on. And chat quad is also on. But it is not receiving for some reason from OBS. Interesting. Okay, well that'll be something we'll need to work on, because I do want to bring in you guys into all this. An easier way than outputting it from here is to bring in a web page source, and then I would just have the stream elements, because that's what I'm using for the chat formatting. I would just bring in that as a source on a quad. I believe that'd be a better way to do that, or I could bring in like, hi, here's you guys. A pop-up box on the same monitor here. That is a bummer that is not working properly. I do see that we are loaded on the little screen here, though. Hello, everybody. And now we're disconnected. Will it pick it right back up without being reinitialized? Yeah. So the chat box should do the same thing, but it's not for some reason. It could just be a setting with the chat source also on how it refreshes. Neat toys. Okay. What was the other thing I was going to... Items. I'm going to take a little water break here. And move my muted notification to the front of the stack. There. One momento. I am intentionally muted this time. Having a little snack here, and not super into ASMR. Though I guess I wouldn't hear myself eating, so maybe it wouldn't bother me. Welcome in, Drill Duck. Yeah, so I put the on my mute toggle. I actually have it so that linked. I have it linked so that it pops up muted. I stole that from Boom. I saw that she had that on her setup. It's like, ah, that way you guys know when it's intentionally muted. And also, I know that if I look over and it says muted on my screen, then I know I'm muted as well. But no, just having a little bit of a snackers here. So I'm going to mute just again for just a little bit. And yeah, have myself a little bit more of a snack here. Minus crunchy sounds for you guys. The Shrill Duck! How's it going? How's it going? And now I'm back. Oh, and our ad break will be ending in 10 seconds. Yeah, they were flailing in the air. I was probably the downsides of hand tracking. At least it's not super high fidelity hand tracking. Hand tracking where you don't see me, picking my nose and stuff, right? I do like though that I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt here and I'm adjusting my cuffs and it looks like I'm adjusting the cuffs of my suit. Nice, huh? Nice. Although, actually, this placement of where I have my leap, it's been doing really well lately, except when I want to put a little shroud on the back of my microphone, because my microphone is right here, a little bit higher than it is on the model. Be more like right, just where it falls off. But it's funny because I use a washcloth behind the microphone up here, so that it dampens the bounces off the walls and the acoustics and stuff. Very simple hack. However, the leap motion, because it's on my desk down here looking upwards, it thinks that that's a shirt sleeve. So it keeps throwing my arm tracking up in the air like this, like that. So I stopped using that little hack, unfortunately, because it did make a difference. Slight. It's slight, but it did make a difference in the acoustic quality. Now, if I wanted to get really fancy, I'd put like a sound dampening blanket over my whole setup here, but I don't want to hotbox myself or live in a little blanket cave, blanket fort. Okay, so what cover yourself in a blanket? That is a recommendation, a budget voice acting recommendation. Is that you literally cover yourself in at least like a blanket or two, like a comforter, because that'll, and then it's just you and the microphone on your little blanket fort, because that will cut out all sound reflection. I know that I have a lot of sound reflection right now because I have three monitors in front of me. I'm only using 2 right now. So they're bouncing it like directly back at me, which is why I have my microphone offset up over here. I think I posted a picture of my setup in the Discord like a long time ago, so it's probably out of date. Probably hideously out of date. I mean, I don't have it's a decent mic. It's a decent like starter microphone, as they say. I think it does a decent job, except it really picks up the resonance in my voice. So that's like one thing I'd like to fix. But it is super low on my priority list to get a different microphone. I think it sounds good enough. I think it sounds good enough for what I'm doing. Because I'm not doing voice acting. I'm not, I'm not recording. I'm not doing voice acting. I'm not recording content or my voice for other people's work. You know what I mean? Which is literally voice acting. I just want it to sound good enough. Because I used to not like how my voice sounded. But I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it now. Especially after listening to myself for a year and a half now. Okay, meshes. We do not have... Okay, so we don't have our other meshes in here. On this particular avatar, who else we got? Blend shapes. Nope, not blend shapes. Meshes. Aw. Oh, no, we do have the headset. We do have the headset. It is baked in as a blend shape, though. I don't think I should bother extracting that. I don't think I should bother extracting that because I can literally just make another Maya export and pop over just fine. But what? Oh, hold on. If that's in here, are we not using this one? We're not using that one. Okay. This must have been an experimental import because we are currently using... This is why version control is important, or at least a naming convention. We have Rusty 12F. That's our boy right there. This is Rusty 12G AH. I used to be even worse than this. So Rusty 12G was the version, and then I kept upping the alphabet for testing. So I'd make some changes, export it for testing. That didn't work. Increment, make changes, export. Keep incrementing. I used to be worse. Ugh. Throw in like 3-digit numbers and then more letters. Terrible, terrible. But yeah, I wanted to bring in some of my stuff. And that is easy enough to do. That is easy enough to do. We just need to bring it in. Go over to Maya, grab it, export it. In fact, I think I did that already with the headset. Let's go take a look. Script scenes. Headset 2. That is literally a year old. It's from 6/17 of 2024. Dang. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, that's it. That is the headset. Let's bring it in as is. Ooh, look at that thing. Okay, and let's toss that on our head. Because we have a head container. Head point. Not empty head. Not empty head. Okay. There we go. Headset 2. Oh, it is floating way up yonder. Okay, let's zero this out. And that should... Oh, that does not. Okay, we'll have to play with it just a little bit. A little bit to line it up here. So it looks like we didn't save it, or we didn't export it. We exported it with zeroed out coordinates, which, you know, is the way to do it, but then it's not automatically linked to our head. There we go. Look at, we're getting our headset back. We're getting our headset back. All right. And it is now an equipment slot. That's how easy it is. That is why I wanted to do it this way instead of adding in all these equipment things as a traditional 3D VTuber. You have to have everything in your VRM model, you know, especially if you use like a Vroid. You have everything packed into your VRM model so that like VCFace or VNyan can use it. Whereas what I'm doing here is I'm making it a prop not attached to my export, but within my software because I'm using my software. So that is one of the, boom, that easy. You don't have to package all up. It's a blend shape, set the blend shape parameters, and then export that all. This. The perks of the DIY, I guess. Okay, let's see. However, iris. Material iris. Let's get the glowy iris. One of the many glowy irises, apparently. There we go. Consolidate some of these textures a little bit. Because we have a billion of them. That is gonna be harsh on everything. The everything later. Okay. What do we use on... Yeah, what do we use on Scope Dog? Lambert 9. Well, that's not helpful either. Darker gray. Head. Visor. We need to optimize that too. We need to optimize that too. That is unacceptable. Headset white. Okay, we'll just leave it for now. And thus continues our unoptimized journey. Okay. But either way. Save. Oops, that's the wrong spot. That's the wrong spot. Oh, look at that. Look at that, guys. Oops. We've got our glowing headset back. Fantastic. Fantastic. Wow. In fact, it looks even more glowing than our eyes. I should probably make sure I have the right eyes set. This is a good experiment. So it doesn't look here either like it's contributing to the illumination. It just looks like it does. I wonder if that's a setting somewhere or because it's emissive. So theoretically it's emitting, right? It just kind of, I wonder if it's emissive textures are just faking emission. Or honestly, where the setting is for it to contribute. Mission. Because you see that's glowing right here. But that is a product of our post-processing. So if we turn off bloom, yeah, well, that explains it. It's all being handled by our bloom. Okay. That answers our question about the reflections of the TV screen. Post-processing. So the setting right here, you notice how this is like blue and glowing and ooh, nice. But our model in the corner of the screen does not have that. This is what I was talking about with Spout sending it over. How it does not do post-processing. So I'm sending a quote-unquote clean image, a clean capture from the software here over to OBS. I'm not sending one with the post-processing. There's a way around it that I'm going to experiment with, where I think I mentioned it earlier in stream. But what I'm going to do is basically use the clean image, like what we have here, use the clean output as a alpha channel, the outline, basically sending this just to be an outline, and then an outline for that. I don't know if we'll get jaggies then, though. We might get the jaggy outline. I think that's what happened last time I tried testing that, because then it is applying something to it. Yeah. I'm I'm more than pleased with what how this looks right now. I mean, if I want to go dark mode like this, see? So we can do that. In fact, we can even give a little bit of light source here. And that's nice. Is it glow in the dark nice? Not quite. But I think it does a decent job. Decent enough for now. At least I can apply OBS filters to myself in the corner here, so that's nice. Okay. So got the headset going. I'm going to turn these off for now, though. Because as we cycle through it, the code will take care of that. What time is it? It's only 9:30. It feels a lot later. It has been a day. It has been a day. Voice is just a little grumbly from it too. Okay. So something else I wanted to play with. Do I have fingers? More importantly, do I have fingers set up? Let's see. Set up as points. Okay, I have a hand spot. Yeah, you guys can see that. So we got a hand spot. We have a finger spot. No, we do not. Unless we do on the other hand too. Let's check. Let's be thorough. Make sure we have all our fingers and all our toes. Okay, there we have our other hand spot. Wait, finger 1 is not the finger I'm looking for. Index finger is the finger I'm looking for. We used to have our flashlight on the index finger. Before I think we moved it to the hand. Yes, we moved it to the hand. We do have finger. Okay. We do have equipment spots for the fingers because the marker is in the finger. Okay. The marker. This guy. Ta-da! Oh, I love this. And where's the flashlight? Oh. Okay, see, the flashlight is attached to the hand. And the finger. There we go. Love it. See, I can still play with all my toys in the corner here. Unfortunately, the app, my Rusty app here has to have focus. It doesn't need to be on the capture screen. I could have it off screen, like right there. And as long as it's in the foreground, it'll accept. Okay, that's annoying. You can still do stuff. Yeah, let's leave on spooky mode for now. Let's leave that on spooky mode for now. But we can just go like this. And it still works. Love it. Love it. Okay, so what I'm gonna put in the finger spots. Don't think I have them assigned anywhere. Do I have them? No. Okay. So they are technically not item spots yet, like the hands are. The hand has spots. Okay. For testing purposes, we're not going to. Should we? maybe. We're gonna try it out first though, before I get my hopes up. Okay, so index finger, create empty game object. This is going to be, what am I calling this again? Line right, left, line left. And for now, we're going to call it line right. There we go. Interesting that it's in the third spot and not the fourth spot. Okay, line left, right. I kind of wonder if I should move that then. Oh, I know why it's that way. So I have the right finger game object set in the second to last. Okay. There, the second to last joint or bone. Joint wise, because it has rotation data. If you use the, should I zoom in? Can we use zoom in? Nope, zoom in doesn't work. Okay. So the final joint on a skeleton, or at least the way I've been taught to rig it, is the very tip of the finger, and it doesn't need rotation data. It does not receive rotation data. So it could be pointing like that way and it wouldn't matter. For like the pointer finger, it could be like, whereas everything else has to be in line for the correct orientation for rotations. So if I'm just looking for a position, this is fine. But that's not what I'm looking for. So we're going to call this line right. And delete that one. Okay, empty game objects should be just fine. Where do we put the script? Finger line. Why not? Okay, script finger line. Hello? No, you're not going to give me a script? Am I missing it? No, it's just not giving me the script. Okay, let's try this again. Hit script. There we go. Okay, let's see. What do we need? Do we need draw? I forget if we need draw or not. This will be a bear with me. Okay. So, do we want this? Yeah, we want this. I know what start is. I don't think we need to initialize anything. But what we do need is we need a serialized field. Serialized field. Private game object finger line. Wow. Game object. Serialized game object. We'll call this. Should we call it finger? Should we just call it first? Let's call it first. Obj 1. I like that better. And theoretically, Obj 2. Okay, and then we need not the whole thing though. We need a line renderer. Line render. And let's call it line. Nice, short, sweet, fun. Let's see what line gives us here. We need a line of 2 positions because we're going to do 1 and 2. And then probably just when active. Well, the script won't run when it's not active, so that should be fine. Set set. Can I set both positions at once? That position. Oh, we can set an array of positions or a collection of positions. Let's do them one at a time. Set. So this works kind of like the trail renderer, which I guess we're just using for our eyes right now. I think the trail renderer might be a line render. Like it might be the same idea. I was just thinking, so theoretically I could, nah, we won't. Ideas. Oh, when the ideas just keep coming. Oh, no. Line, dot, set, position. And what do we got? I'm assuming it's a 0 start, and we're gonna do obj 1. Yes, thank you. No, set, position. Position 1 because we only have 2 points, and obj 2 transform position. That should be it. That should be it. Now we just need a line renderer. Yeah, now we just need a line renderer. We could probably create one programmatically. Line right. For now, let's add it to the finger. I did this a little backwards. We should make a game object that contains both of them. Right? Yeah, we did. Okay. Or else I could have it elsewhere. I could throw it all in my character rig script too if I really wanted. Okay, where would line renderer be? Oh boy. Fine. There we go. Line renderer. Perfect. Okay, we'll call this line. So we'll take line. We should not have this script on here. We should have this script in a different spot, but maybe it won't break. Oops. Maybe it won't break. Okay, now line. Oh, this is cool. So this is one of the things I was thinking. We could make it match our trail render. I should literally be able to just copy and paste the color into here. So that's exciting. But let's see what it looks like first. They're all active, so this should... This should pop right up, but I need to disable Rusty first. We disappeared for a hot second here. Okay, it is not working. Why is it not working? Am I on? No, I'm on the right one. I should have a line going between my hands. Okay, let's check the console. Nothing. What do we got over here? Oh, it's not that. Is it literally just because we don't have a line? Oh, or it could be any of these things. Oh my. Generate lighting data. Okay, let's go back to line. Okay, let's go back to marker. We're gonna copy. Let's see, what do we got here? We got, see, this has time. It's emitting. Blah, 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 blah. It's not generating lighting data. Oh, might need to turn that back off. Yes. So how do we make this bigger? Big. Because we should be seeing this thing right here. So here's our trail render. Oops, where are you? Here's our trail render, and that's fine. So we should have the same like color effect, or at least some kind of gradient, right here. Line render. Why is my line render not going up? I don't have it trapped behind anything. So that means something is up with my code. It's a very simple code. Very simple code. Line render line. I'm wondering if I'm not importing something. Oh, and you can't see me right now. Oh. I am here, but I am not here. I wonder if I just have it like invisible. Particles unlit. I wonder if it's just not. Aha! It was invisibles. It was invisibles. There we go. There's our line. Ah, that was easy. But we need to see if it will actually follow us around. We need to see if it will actually follow us around. All right. No, it's not. Oh, that is interesting. Why is it not following us around when it showed up in the preview? Okay, so it simplified the preview. Loop. No. There. Oh, there we go. Let's make it bigger. Okay, so we have the points, but it's not showing up. Oh, wait, no, that's 22 points. Oops, we don't want 22 points. We want 2 points. We're getting XYZ for the 2 points. But I'm thinking its width is just way too tiny. Huh? No. Yeah, this is bizarre. This is bizarre. Why is it not showing up? Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. It is way the heck out there. Whoa. Okay. I found it. I found it. There we go. Oh, jeez. Oh, I am definitely going to have to slow that down. I'm going to have to slow that down. It is going crazy. Okay, that's a little better. That's a little better. That's a little better. Oh, this is what I wanted. Okay. So we had it good before. It was just way far away. Okay. That is so cool. What? I have plans for this, but I'm hiding them. I'm gonna keep them safe. Keep them secret, keep them safe. This would make a cool tape measure though. It's about this big. I'd like to map other things too, like maybe the thumbs would be other corners. I could. I mean, why stop there? But I would want it to be a rectangle then. But yeah, I could easily map all the fingers. This would be nice for drawing gizmos too. You know, like the for the little like translation rotation gizmos. Just have a little line render. I'm amused. And it's not going crazy. I thought it'd be going crazy, like it'd be like really jittering. I thought it'd be really jittering, but it doesn't it doesn't appear to be. Like if it was going to be like freaking out everywhere, then well, that's interesting. You guys see this? Why is that why is that there? What is going on? Why are you there? Why are you there, Tessa? Have you been there the whole time? Have I just not seen you? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, that is certainly interesting. I do not know why that's there. We're gonna... There we go. Maybe gone. That was probably there for the last hour. Oh boy. Okay, so remember what I said about it being on the joint? I do want to move it to the end joints because then it will be at the end of the fingers. Because I don't care about rotational data. I just care about position, like X, Y, Z. And theoretically, if it's, world space versus not world space. So another question, is this lighting or is this just the post-processing bloom? Looks nice. Does look nice. What if nope, it's not loading up. What was it? Was it P? P for put? P for spoke put? Nope, I guess it's not going to show us in the corner of the screen. But theoretically, this will show up in the corner of the screen with us. Okay, so where is it? Where is it? Where is it? What does loop do? Nothing. Okay. Texture mode, texture scale, blah, 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 blah. Use world space. That's the important one. Click there. Now it will be using use world space. So now we just need to put that on a toggle. It's not ready for a toggle yet. We're going to make it a little bit thinner too. Let's try it that big. Let's try it. So I'm gonna add a little something to that script. Where's that script? Probably bring ourselves back too. Oh, and we are approaching the end of our stream session. Load up myself again. Hello. Where are all my windows? There we go. There we go. Output. There we go. Hello again. I have returned. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put on another... We'll just do this one public. Serialized field. Should we just call it on? We should probably do it. Decisions. Let's do a float called length. And it's gonna be internal, so I don't care. It's just called length. Be line length. Oh, the distance between two objects. I am going to very quickly googly that. Unity distance between two objects. No, no, go away, bubble AI things. Oh, nice. Perfect, perfect, perfect. It's just vector 3 distance. Awesome. Okay. So length equals. Thank you. It knows all of that. Oh, fantastic. We'll leave it as a float for now. I guess I'd like to know if it's an integer. But we'll see how big it is. I'm going to use it to measure, essentially. But not quite how you'll think. Not quite how you might think. Like, why are you grayed out? And we will need to put this on a toggle. I'm thinking of just equipping it to, or putting in an equipment slot. Especially after we move it. I do want to move it now. I do want to move it to the tippy of the fingies. But will that mess stuff up? Let's find out. Let's find out. You and you shouldn't, but it might. It shouldn't, but it might, because they were in a different object. So let's try. Oh, and I'm sorry if there's an ad break going on while we're chatting about this. Oops. What? We're T-posing. We are T-posing. Sorry, Rusty Land. Oop. Oops, that defeats the purpose of putting serialized fields. Okay. Let's see. Line. There we go. This big. Oh, I'll definitely want to round that. That number's all over the place. Oops. Oop, that is as far as my hand tracking goes. About 1. Yes, this is perfect. Perfect. It's about this big. Yeah, this would make a cool tape measure prop too. That wasn't my intended use, but this would definitely make a nice little tape measure. Yep, about that much. In fact, I should be able to put a texture on here. I should be able to put a texture on here that would have measurement lines. But that's funny. Like, comment, and subscribe. Yes, that is going to be one of the uses. One of the uses will definitely be to unscroll messages. Like, hear ye. Look at messages, you know? The messages might not always, be super glowy, but it will affect the scale, probably the scale of whatever I'm holding. Yeah, just a nice way to scale objects. And make sound effects while I'm doing it. I have to make the sound effects. Anyways, on that note, it's time. Ta-da! Okay, so on that note, we are going to wrap it up. But we might just wrap it up tonight. All right. Hit you all not next Monday, but next Wednesday. Next Wednesday will be the next streaming night. So we will see you then. Catch y'all later. Bye.